up first. When is the last time you changed your toothbrush? What is the correct way to floss? Well, if you can't answer, then it's time for you to get schooled in dental hygiene. Here's Olga.
Great stuff, but not everything's fun and games when it comes to dental health. That's because things like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's disease have strong links to certain oral problems. But if you practice prevention and proper oral hygiene, you'll be way ahead of the game. Here to help us do just that is dental hygienist Danielle Rogers from Wellness Oral Care, and she's brought about some great new gadgets. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about what's going on in terms of, how if you really take care of your mouth, you can really avoid problems.
Yes, with proper oral hygiene, with the proper technique and with proper timing, you should be able to avoid almost all of your dental issues.
So what do you think your patients and people are doing? Is it that we're not brushing correctly, we're not flossing, we're not doing both?
It's actually all three. All three are so important to your oral health, to keep your health with your whole body and your mouth.
And it's really easy to do when you have things like this. Now let's talk about this one. This is like a super set.
Yes.
I have my eye on this. I like this. Tell me about this.
This is fantastic. This is our at-home dental center kit. You have all of your dental needs in here. One of the first things here that we have is the mirror.
How cute. And it has a little light where you can actually, this is great.
Yeah, you can actually see everything. It shows all the hidden areas in the mouth. You can look for anything suspicious, lesions in the oral cavity.
I like that.
Yeah, we also have here our tongue scraper. This you actually will just attach here. It's great to remove plaque. It's going to remove that bacteria that actually causes bad breath.
Normally I would do a show and tell, but I'm going to leave that for my personal space. Okay.
That's really good idea.
And then?
We also have here in our kit is the oral irrigator, and then we also have our electric toothbrush, which are all combinations of these right here.
So let's talk about the electric toothbrush. I mean, I use a standard toothbrush, so what's the difference?
So with a standard toothbrush, you're not actually going to be able to get as many strokes in as you can with the electric toothbrush.
Okay.
So this uses sonic wave technology. With that, it actually gets tens of thousands of brush strokes per minute. So it's actually going to be able to remove more plaque, more bacteria from the mouth.
And how does this work?
So actually you just hit this button here. You have the high, the medium, and the low setting.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great for everybody who likes different textures in their mouth.
And do you use it in certain angles?
Yes, you want to use this at a 45-degree angle at your gum line. The reason being is you want those bristles to actually go into the gum tissue, and it's going to help remove more plaque, more bacteria, while stimulating that gum tissue to keep it nice and healthy. You always want to make sure you are brushing for at least 2 to 3 minutes. You want to spend at least 30 seconds in each area of the mouth if you are breaking your mouth into 4 different quadrants. So important. You want to make sure the timing is dead on, and this actually has a timer to do so.
So it shuts off by itself?
Yes. Yep, after 2 minutes.
And why is it important not to do too much?
You don't want to do too much because you can also, over time, start to brush away that tooth structure and the gum tissue as well.
All right, let's talk about this one here.
Okay, so this here, we have our oral irrigator, also known as a water pick. So with this, if you have anyone with braces, if you have bridges or crowns, anything like that, this is a must-have in your home.
This is good for my daughter. She just got braces and she's finding it very hard to floss, and I gotta be honest, she's giving up.
This is a great product to help with that because they have so many hard to reach areas in your mouth. This can actually get into those cracks and those crevices to remove all that plaque and the food that gets stuck along with braces.
Awesome. Now what is that?
This actually is our countertop wireless UV sanitizer. Made for your toothbrushes. You actually just pop your toothbrush in. As soon as you pop your toothbrush in, turns on for 5 minutes, and it actually shuts off on its own, so you don't have to worry about it again.
How cute. It reminds me of the baby bottles when my kids were little. I used to stick them in so then it makes it nice and clean.
Yes, yeah, which is so important.
Now tell me about all that bacteria that gets there.
So you actually can get E. coli, you have staph, and strep that can all be found on your toothbrush. With the aerosols, most people keep their toothbrush in their bathroom, so anytime you flush the toilet, those aerosols dispense in the air and they can actually land on your toothbrush. It's becoming more and more popular as people are realizing how dirty their toothbrush actually is.
So the bottom line is it's not just important to have a beautiful smile, which by the way you do, but it's really important to keep our mouth healthy.
Yes, so important. A healthy mouth promotes a healthy body.
For more information on these products, where do we go?
You want to go to wellnessoralcare.com.
All right, thank you so much. You really do have a beautiful smile.
Oh,
and
thank you.
I think I'm gonna grab this one for my daughter. Do you mind?
I would love for you to take that. That's gonna help her out so much.
Samantha's gonna be thrilled. Thank you so much again. And for more information on all these great dental care items you saw today, just go to our website, thebalancingact.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Use them and smile. Be healthy too.